Hey, yo, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in on this episode. You've got yours truly on Erlenberg, probably one of the top 3 worst maps in the game right now. The changes they made it pretty miserable. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the title of this one is going to be You're Welcome, I Guess. You're welcome, I guess. Pay attention to the deployment of my team. One of the things about this map, though, as I'm talking about maps, and you see me get hit by artillery right there, is you cannot even get to the east side fighting area without being spotted and shot by artillery. Now, there are multiple maps that have that same kind of function, but this is one of the worst ones because there's really no good way to get there. You can hug the red line along the A line up top, kind of where the 122-44 is, but then you've got to make the long slog across the open, and if you do that, you're exposing yourself to guys that make it up to the hill down here at about F0, so there's no good options right there. Probably the best one is if you're a little faster, you can come across there and maybe get up behind this hill before people like a 34-100, which is just a tier 6 medium, or is it a tier 7, whatever it is, get into that spot and spot you. So this map has been turned into quite the camp fest. They've incentivized people to camp in the back, and you'll notice that 2 of my tier 8s sort of move through the town, but not very far. The Ash 3 is up forward doing some work, so good on him, at least initially, but he runs back into the corner, and we have only occupied 1/4 of the map, and that really is a recipe for disaster. I'm staring down this 34-100 because I really need him to get taken out of here, and that's unfortunate because it occupies a lot of my time, and I don't have any time really to mess around with the crowd of people I expect to be up on that hill in those bushes and trees up there. This tank has good suppression. The turret's okay, but most of the things there are going to shred through it. Plus, there's the artillery I've got to watch out for. And then here they come. There are all kinds of them over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least 6. 2801 starts getting hammered. The 3001P has been messing with him. Watch what I do here. I'll put the reticle right at the end here, right at the last possible place I can get a shot. And that's just a timing thing. If I can reload in time, I'm going to take that shot just as he's passing by. Now I've got the Oni coming, and I know I need to just back off this dude. I'm not going to be able to take him on. Let the artillery and SU and whatnot back there. Strangely, the ISU has decided to position himself back on the bridge, which is not something I've really seen before. Thought I might get a shot into his side, but pull back. Don't want to get derped. And he continues to take small 10-point damage shots. So I'm the only person up here now. At least I had a scout and a other medium earlier, but now it's me. The rest of my team is camping back there. So the title of this video was You're Welcome, I Guess. You're welcome, I guess. Try to maybe snap there, but can't do it. The Oni makes a run for it. I should have shot him while I moved. I'm glad I didn't stop. And now the 34-100, who I said would be a thorn in my side, is definitely a thorn in my side. I want to try to get out the Oni if I can, but he goes ahead and puts too much angle there. I take a hit from the 34-85. I still have my friend behind me who's a problem. Take another hit from that guy. And they really have me in a bit of a pickle here. Fortunately, the 30-45 goes down. I get hit from the 34-100. He goes down, and I'm left alive somehow. How I wasn't blapped by artillery, I have no idea. And I survived that. 1,465 assist, 508 damage for the moment. But still, 1, 2, 3, at least 4 guys up there in front of me of their team. Then the 3 artillery, that's 7 of their team that's remaining, plus the 6, that's 13. So it's really only a couple guys, and there they are over there on the other side, 3001, the Ferdinand. So I basically have everyone over here fighting me. Got snipers in the back, so they start working on these guys. I thought the low might try to come over. If he did, I was looking to get a track, but he doesn't do that. And I have the E25 YOLO me, so this is the first of a couple of YOLOs. I should have shifted to the left right off the bat, but I ram him, hoping for that exact thing right there. Just get the Oni to miss by jumping forward. I knew I was going to win that ram, so I let the E25 ram me. I had hoped that he would get tracked, and I should have shifted back and left immediately, so that cost me a little bit there. Although I did bounce the shot that would have killed me. Surprised he already hasn't killed me. Bumping into the E25 is not a great idea. If the arty's watching, that might give them a general idea where I am. All they really have to do is splash somewhat nearby, and it's amazing that they haven't done it, and don't do it actually. I get the low spotted through a proxy light, which is what I'm trying to do here. Now 2,700, 3,135 assists. There's a Sturve. I'm able to snap him. He doesn't get his gun online fast enough. And survive again somehow at 3,135 spotting. I'm going to end up with a patrol duty on this map. And look at my entire team is all sitting back there letting me do all the work, take all the risk. You're welcome, I guess. That's where it comes from. You know, these passive teams that just sit back and are happy for you to create all the shots for them. It works fine if you have a good player / lucky, especially for me this game. Good player, but also very lucky that the artillery hasn't taken me out. And that makes them lucky the artillery hasn't taken me out. So why sit back and let somebody else make sure you win? That's a concept that I don't quite understand that people have, but a lot of people do. Oh, Low's coming at me, so I'm going to back off of him. I expect artillery or to be YOLO'd by the low. I bounce. There's that lucky thing I said. Again, the team's lucky that I have survived this long. The poor Low is unlucky that he didn't kill me, and he does not bounce the M12 shot. We're going to lose our M12 here real quick. What you're going to find out is that 3001D has moved up into about a 4 or 5, and he spotted the M12 sitting over there. There he is, and that's one of the problems with sitting back and letting the enemy team control 3/4 of the map. If the enemy team had been any kind of competent, this would have been over a long time ago. But you work with what you got. Trying to get him into draw distance, but he's backing up, so I just take one shot that clearly did not hit. I'm just kind of guessing that was well off to the left of him, unfortunately. Now I'm a little bit worried about the 3,000, not the 3,000, but the CDC. I'm expecting him at any moment to come up and over and take me out. There he is. The unfortunate part about this is I don't get this shot. Actually, I do get the shot and I bounce, which is unfortunate. I guess I hit his gun mantlet or something, or his gun. What that probably did was remind the CDC that I'm at 25 hit points. I would imagine he'd kind of forgotten, or he may not have seen that what my hit point level was. There's some more spotting for 3,585, but he knows now, and you'll find that he actually swings around here on my left side. I should have been watching that way. That's pretty much what I expected. Get the old good job, Eagle 7, and again, you're welcome, I guess. The snarky, passive-aggressive, I guess. I should have backed down this way here and waited for the AMX, because I could have defended from above if he came over from above, and better defended from a guy swinging around this way, and maybe at least put one shot into him. 343 hit points, I wouldn't have killed him, but I may have got one more shot into him. He's going to come up over in here. He takes a hit. I get a little bit more spotting. Then off he goes. So I end up with 3,623, 1,100 damage. We win this game. And frankly, largely to me, if not almost completely to me. I didn't carry as in I killed them all. I don't have 10 kills. I don't have 8,000 damage. But what I did do was anchor this very important spot right here so a bunch of passives could sit back and shoot guys and create the conditions for the win. Otherwise, those conditions don't get created. I get killed. The artillery has half a clue and splashes me, which I still don't understand why, even now, they didn't take me out. But without me there, getting A, lucky, and B, knowing what I'm doing, this team folds. And I promise you, virtually none of these guys gets that. They don't. None of these get. Maybe the artillery does. They're going to sit back there anyway. But these three probably don't have any idea that that's what just happened. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate your support as always. Keep supporting the channel. Keep sending in the replays, and we will see you.